Hello everyone, Bruce Summer Studios here with another banger of video, and Become the Killer got updated once again. It's been a while since it had an update, and it was this is a pretty big one. So, yeah, let's talk about Become the Killer's new update. Again, this is a big one, so this video might be long. I'm going to talk about all the new stuff that are added in this big update. And as stated in as actually stated inside the game, like you actually play the game, you'll see like signs and such. This is pretty much the last major update before the recode update comes out or something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go through all the new stuff that are added in this big update. But we're gonna start with the very important stuff first. The new survivor and the 3 new killers. Yes, 3 new killers that are added in. That's crazy. Let's go over the killers first, shall we? Alright, so the first new killer I'm going to be talking about is personally my most favorite of them all so far. The Stalker. Yes, the Stalker from the Stalker Reborn is in Become a Killer. And how is he? Well, he's actually pretty good. He's really good actually. Um He's got 90 health, he's got 45 sprint speed, he's got 2 abilities. He's got his attack, which deals low damage, but is extremely spammable. Like, I'm not kidding. The Stalker's attack is the most spammable attack out of all the killers in Become a Killer. Like, you fuck Sonic EXCs or all the other killers, spammable attacks are spammable. Nowhere near to his level. You can just... It's like you're firing a pistol at a video game. That's how fucking fast he attacks. So even with the low damage, he can melt your health like there's no tomorrow because it's actually just stupidly spammable. Then there's his second ability, Hide. When used, Stalker will go invisible, which doesn't last that long, but here's a nice catch to that ability. You can attack with his other ability while invisible, with Hide. That is busted. Yeah, it has a long cooldown after that, but I can just use it to straight up catch someone off guard. Or I can use it to get away from situations where I most likely would die. But, like, I can use it to attack people, too. So I can just attack them out of nowhere and just kill them easily because they don't know I'm there. Because I'm invisible. Again, he has 9 HP, so quite low HP. Obviously, a sword is enough to kill him. Or anyone with guns really can kill him quite easily. But when you utilize him really well, he is really, really strong. He's a freaking A tier in my opinion. He is an A tier. He's just really good. Like, yeah, he's easy to kill, but he is just good. A tier. He is an A tier for reals. The second new killer that I'm going to be talking about is Flowers from Whistle Occurrence. Yes. A new Roblox ARG villain is in Become a Killer, which is Flowers from Whistle Occurrence. This guy pretty much plays like Slenderman, except he's weaker. What do I mean by weaker than Slenderman? Let me explain. So first, he's got 2 abilities. He's got his first ability where basically he attacks, and it's got quite a cooldown. His attack one-shots any survivor. Like, it can one-shot anyone. Mechs, Juggernauts, Riot Runners, all survivors. He can one-shot any of the survivors. Then there's a second ability where he basically go invisible, just like, other killers that can invade and such. However, instead of, like, showing a status screen, of course, if you use it near the survivor, they'll get the, usually it's supposed to be a static screen, but instead of showing static, it shows, it shows an image of Flowers himself slightly, somewhat covering your screen. So instead of static, it's just a picture of, Flowers. He's got 150 health, by the way, unlike Slenderman, who has 400. Now, what do I mean he's weaker than Slenderman? Wow, yes, he is insanely strong. Oh yeah, he's also got 21 sprint speed. However, his movement speed increases to 30 when you're using the invisibility, the invisible ability. Um, by the way, you can't really tell when the invisibility is ready. You're gonna have to like guess it yourself. Oh, and another thing about this killer, he is extremely tall to the point he cannot fit through like doors and such. Luckily, the map is updated, so like now there's like ways you can move around as flowers. Now, about the whole thing where he's weaker than Slenderman. Well, yes, he is extremely powerful. Yes, he's slow, but he can just one-shot any survivor, which is really good, which is why Slenderman is fucking OP to begin with. However, there's a pretty big downside. One, he only has 150 health. Two, he can't regenerate. Yes, he cannot regenerate HP, unlike all the other killers. Keep in mind, Slenderman, during his save right now, is still S tier. He is still the strongest killer in the game. Again, it makes sense why he has to be weaker than Slenderman, because we already have a killer that is stupidly strong enough with his Slenderman. We do not need another Slenderman-based character. I'm not saying it's Slenderman, it's Flowers from Whistling Currents. It's just, his playstyle is exactly like Slenderman, except he's slower, I think. Yeah, he's basically just weaker than Slenderman, but he's still really strong. Again, we get to his big downside. He cannot regenerate HP, which means if you ever take damage, that's it. You cannot regenerate HP. So you're gonna have to be careful when taking damage. Because if you're low on health, yeah, you're pretty much screwed. But when you are skillful as him enough, or at least you're just, at least decent with him, yeah, he's really, really strong. He's A tier though. He's A tier. The reason why he's A tier though, because the big downside. He's pretty much just a weaker Slenderman. Still really, really strong. Just not as stupidly OP as Slenderman. Because Slenderman's better. But yeah, that's all I really gotta say about Flowers. He's just basically the weaker Slenderman. Except, you can play as him for free, unlike Slenderman, where you have to really purchase Slenderman with Robux to be able to play Slenderman. It's the same situation with Griever. Griever is pretty much cheaper Dweller, except, you can play as Griever for free, while Dweller, you have to purchase him with Robux. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about Flowers. Overall, really cool. Really strong. A tier. A tier. Alright, the third and last killer is another zombie soldier? Yep, another zombie soldier. However, unlike the other one who uses a shotgun, this one uses a assault rifle. He's also got 120 HP, I think if I'm correct, 120 HP, I could be wrong. I think he has 120 HP. But yeah, unlike the other one that has a shotgun, he's got an assault rifle. He's got 35 sprint speed. Now, is he better than the one with the shotgun? Slightly, yes, slightly. He pretty much had the same, strength as someone with the shotgun. He's not really strong, but he ain't bad either. He's kind of just decent, really. He's pretty much just as decent as the other zombie soldier. So what does he do? Well, simple. His only way of attacking is with a ranged weapon, and it's an assault rifle. You just shoot the survivors with the assault rifle. That's really it. Obviously, he has the same weakness as the one with the shotgun. If a survivor has a sword or any melee weapon, yeah, the zombie soldier is pretty much screwed. But that's all I really gotta say about the zombie soldier, really. Well, the newer one at least. That's all I really gotta say. Nothing too crazy. He's B tier. He's B tier at best. Now we can talk about the new survivor now. The SWAT. The SWAT is a new survivor that's just added in with his update, and I'm going to talk about him. So first off, he's got 36 sprint speed, 175 health, and he's got 3 things. He's got an assault rifle, of course, And he's got the radio, obviously, and he's got a riot shield. So yeah, he actually got a riot shield to use as well. However, unlike riot runners, his riot shield has a more longer cooldown before you attack with it again. So he's not as like strong as riot runner, but he's definitely not that bad. He is, somewhat tanky, and of course he is a little slow, so he can easily get killed if there's like killers swarming him and such. He ain't that bad. I say he's yeah, he's pretty much just B tier. Like he's not strong, but he's not overpowered either. Definitely more B tier, really. Yeah, that's all I really gotta say about the SWAT. Yep, that's it. Now we're gonna talk about survivors that have received changes, whether they're buffs or not. Mac didn't really receive much changes, however, he received a new ability, self-destruct. The mech can self-destruct now. So now there's two characters that can self-destruct now. Either the new bot and, well, the mech. That's really it. He didn't really receive any buffs, just a new ability, just self-destruct. I wouldn't really use self-destruct regardless, but hey, it's there. It's something. That's really all I gotta say about mech. Next up is definitely one of my most favorite changes. Ride Runner. Ride Runner got fucking buffed. Like, holy. Ride Runner was already like, okay when he got buffed before, but he just received another buff, like a pretty big one too. So, first off, Ride Runner moves faster now. No, I'm not kidding. He moves at a sprint speed at 45. I remember he used to run like 30 something. Now he runs at 45 sprint speed. That is a big buff. Yeah, 45 sprint speed, and he also's got a new item this time. He's got the shield now. Yes, Riot Runner can use the shield now. Yes, even though the shield's a one-time use, that is a really big buff for someone who is like B tier. Yeah, Ryder is way fucking stronger now. 45 sprint speed, and he has the shield now. Yeah. He's still. I don't know what to say. I don't know if he's still in B tier or he should be in A tier now, in my opinion. Because the fact that he's just significantly stronger now because he has the shield and he's faster now, I don't know. I might put him to A tier maybe, or maybe I'll keep him in B tier. I don't know. He just seems way too good now. Yeah, really, really amazing buff. I love Ride Runner's buffs. These are like really good changes to Ride Runner. Anyways, on to the next stuff. Next up is this guy again, Camo. First off, the third watchtower is now in a different location now, which is outside. Again, this map. Oh yeah, I just want to mention the map update, but I'll talk about it at the last part. But yeah, the watchtower is located outside now. Well, one of the outside areas now. Um, Another thing I do notice is that he's slightly faster now. He's like 30. He's 30 sprint speed now. If I remember correctly, he was like 25 sprint speed, I believe, originally, I think. Or 25 walking speed. I think they increased it to like 30 now. Um, this doesn't change anything about how bad this character is. Yeah, I'm sorry. This doesn't fix how he is. He's still a character that is really not fun to play as. He's still extremely weak. Like, I don't know, he's just still extremely weak. He's still F tier in my opinion. That doesn't really change my opinion of how really bad he is. He's F tier. He's really not fun to play as because, again, you still gotta play in that very boring play style where you gotta camp in the watchtower the whole time. You can't really run around to try to snipe killers. Not my play style. Sorry. F tier. Still F tier. Alright, next up. There's actually 3 new items that are added in that you can actually purchase from the shop. 2 new weapons and, well, technically, three new weapons and such. Um, the first weapon I'm going to talk about is the ray gun. Yeah, the ray gun from Call of Duty Zombies is in Become a Killer. Now, how does the ray gun work? It's pretty much another explosive weapon. You have to. It's basically how it works is that you have to hold the fire button to charge it, and then when you charge it enough and release the fire button, you fire. And it's explosive too, so you can actually damage the killer with the blast radius. Um, it's kind of the same thing with the RPG. You don't really use it as a main source of damage. You pretty much use it as a way to finish the killer off. It's better than the RPG though because it takes 3 shots before you gotta reload it. Um, while the rocket launcher only takes like 1 shot before you reload it. Then we got the second new added weapon, the AUG, which is a burst assault rifle pretty much. It's a burst firing weapon. That's all I really got to say about the AUG. It's okay though. Now the third and last new weapon I want to talk about is the grenade. Basically, you throw a grenade and it just explodes occasionally. It's supposed to deal a lot of damage, like major big damage. However, of course, you gotta time the grenade perfectly if you want to deal segment damage. Um, yeah, that's really all I gotta say about the grenade. It just takes skill to get value out of it, pretty much. I also want to bring up a couple new things before I get to the last part. Um, the map got updated. The map is a little bigger now, at least. Well, it's still the same size, but like, there's like new rooms now. There's new hallways you can run to now, and of course, there's a new outside area I said before with camo. Yeah, there's a new outside area you can head to now. So, yeah, I like that there's new areas to run to now and become a killer in this map. Um, Now I want to talk about one small thing that was added into the game. Survivors can slide now. Well, at least most survivors. Yeah, most survivors can slide now. Really cool. I actually love that you can slide now in this game. Only as survivor though, or at least as certain survivors, but still, that's cool. Killers cannot slide, it's just survivors, but still, I love that. You can slide now as survivor. Really good change. Um, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Oh wait, there is one more thing I want to mention. Skins. Yes, there are new skins that are added into this update now. These are the new skins. And I gotta say, they're pretty cool actually. I really like the one for Dweller. The one for Fiend is pretty goofy, but it's cool as well. The Slenderman one's pretty goofy too. The nice classic look for the Tank Zombie is pretty cool. And then there's the skin for Griever, which is definitely my favorite skin for Griever now. And then there's the Cartoon Dog skin for Cartoon Cat. Awesome. So I can be Cartoon Cat, or I can just use the Cartoon Dog skin for him and be Cartoon Dog. Um, yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I also want to mention the UI as well. There's a new UI thing now. Now whenever you get into the map as either survivor or killer, the health bar actually tells you how much you have. Like, it actually tells you how much health you have now, which is really cool. So you'll be able to tell, like, what certain killer has the most amount of health now. Obviously, it will change to the old health UI if you ever take damage or anything. But it's nice. I like being able to know how much health I have now before I just suddenly end up taking damage, which changes it back to the old health UI. Another UI thing that I noticed as well is that now there's like a thing on top of the screen now, which tells you how many killers and survivors are currently in the Area 51 map. which is also really good. Cause now you can basically tell like how many killers and survivors are there now. Nothing too much, just something cool to look at. Anyways, that's just about it about this new amazing update. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this is a really good update. I love their new killers. I mean, Zombie Soldier is okay, but I really love Flowers and the Stalker. Um, I definitely would play the Stalker more because he's just really good. Flowers, I mean, he's good. It's just I don't know. I just really enjoy. I love Stalker more. Stalker's fun. The new weapons are cool. The new Survivor's cool. The boss for Ride Runner are fucking nuts. I love them. Max's self-destructibility is, I mean, it's something. The map having new areas to go in now is pretty cool. Yeah, and all the other stuff are really good. That's all I gotta say about this new update. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you all another time.